Hello, welcome to AI Today with LIA, the podcast where we tell you what's happening with artificial intelligence and how it impacts your work and business. If this content helps you make better decisions, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episodes. This is the summary from March 16th, 2026 to March 29th, 2026. Let's get started. Today we're talking about two amazing breakthroughs that are setting the pace of AI, one in robotics and the other in software development, and both have direct implications on how businesses think about productivity, automation, and digital transformation. Imagine a robot that not only walks or lifts objects, but also interprets and executes complete tasks in real world environments. That's exactly what Figure AI has introduced with its Helix 02 system applied to its humanoid robots, specifically the new Figure 03. According to the company, this robot can now move and manipulate objects with impressive fluidity, from picking up toys in a room to rearranging spaces without direct human intervention, all thanks to the unified neural network of vision, language, and action powered by Helix 02. So, what's the key takeaway for business leaders? This is crucial. Automatically assigning complex physical tasks to smart machines without manual reprogramming radically changes the productivity equation in repetitive or dangerous human operations. In sectors like advanced manufacturing, logistics, or even complex facilities, letting a single AI interpret instructions, understand the environment, and act autonomously reduces robotic capability development times from weeks to minutes, which translates into operational cost savings and greater workforce flexibility. But watch out, this isn't just a futuristic toy. Companies that integrate humanoid robots with AI like Helix 02 can reconfigure their production processes without changing the physical infrastructure. For example, imagine a plant being able to reassign robots between lines without training new personnel. Meanwhile, from another angle of generative AI applied to software development, a phenomenon has intensified that is expanding what's known as vibe coding XR, a methodology that allows you to create extended reality applications simply by describing what you want the software to do in natural language. And a model like Gemini translates that into functional code in seconds. Now, this is not magic. This trend consolidates what we were already seeing with concepts like vibe coding, where even without being a programmer, you can prototype software or digital experiences just by describing them, now translated into the immersive XR world. For executives, this sends a clear signal. The barrier to digitally innovate is drastically reduced. You no longer need giant development departments to experiment with product prototypes or immersive training solutions. You can reduce experimentation cycles from weeks to days or even hours. However, this brings a strategic challenge we shouldn't ignore. Because with increasingly accessible tools to generate digital experiences, the strategic focus shifts from "can we build this" to "should we build this?" Organizations that don't establish clear prioritization and impact evaluation criteria, for example, which solutions have measurable return or align with business objectives, risk wasting resources on brilliant prototypes with no commercial value. As technologies advance, there's also a deeper movement around how companies adopt AI sustainably. Consultancies like Gartner and recent academic analyses highlight something that might seem counterintuitive. Many generative AI pilots fail not due to lack of technology, but due to the lack of clear methodologies and governance from the outset. So, while we celebrate advancements like Helix 02 or Vibe Coding XR, beware of falling into the test just to test trap. A smart business approach requires that every AI initiative is tied to a measurable outcome and a strategic vision, not just fascination with the latest technology, because in the end, AI doesn't transform by magic. It transforms when it solves a real and sustainable business problem. Thank you for joining us on AI Today with LIA. We'll see you in the coming weeks with more real-world artificial intelligence updates.